Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Shreya Gupta and I hope you are doing good. First in this video we will be discussing about the important HR questions for the interview. So many students have a doubt like what to answer in the HR question, what is the way of giving the answering, and what are the expected questions that a HR can ask you. Okay, so we'll be discussing about this, but before starting with the video I would like to say that in the last video which we have posted about the important question related to Java, C and project, some of them have asked us about C++ and Python. So what we have decided is we will be posting the important question of C++ and the Python in the description of this video. So what you can do is you can just go and you can see that questions. We will be also posting other questions which we have discussed in the last video. So okay, so let's start with the HR question now, and this video will be really very helpful to you because we will be discussing everything. Okay, so the first question is tell me about yourself. See, this is the very basic question, and this is I would rather say this is an introduction part. So many people have a confusion that like how to introduce themselves. They say anything in a disorganized manner, but there is always a format of how you can introduce yourself. Okay, so first of all you have to tell about your personal details. Okay, so personal details, in personal details you can say about your name, your place from where you are. Okay, and then you can tell about your college, from which college, okay, which year and what degree you are pursuing. Okay, so this is just only about personal details, and make sure your introduction should not be more than a 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute is enough for you to introduce yourself. So first part is personal details, and since it is a technical interview, like let's take about example of a Wipro, so you have to mention some of your technical skills. Like you can mention like you are proficient in the language or you are comfortable in the any of the language, either it can be Java, C, C++, Python. You can say that yes, you are comfortable with the language Java, or you are comfortable with the language C, and you can all suppose you don't have like a full idea of any language, so you can say that yeah, you have a basic idea of C, you have a basic idea of Java, but make sure that your base is very clear and you brush up all your basic concepts of that particular language before mentioning it in your introduction. You can say about your project also. I would definitely tell you why I recommend people to tell about project, because interview is not about what interviewer take it through. It is how you want to take your interview. See, suppose if you're mentioning about a project, then what happens is the interviewer can continue asking you about your project only. So if you're very sure about your project, then only mention about it. So in project, just you have to say about the topic of your project, what technology did you use for making that project. Okay, so these two things only, and whether it was a group project or an individual project. Okay, so you can say this thing about your like project, but make sure you only mention it when you have made that project. Okay, and you know everything about that project, because this will also create a very good impression. And yes, one more thing I forgot to say, you can also tell about your current CGPA in your introduction if it is more than 8. Okay, if your current CGPA is more than 8, you can mention it in your introduction, because that can create a kind of impact over an interviewer. Yes, like you are a good student, so you can definitely mention about your CGPA, because your first impression is about your introduction only. Okay, so this is about your project. And your strength, like strength can be of like you are a good team player, you have a good leadership quality, you have a good communication skill, you can express yourself nicely. So these things all about your it's about the introduction part, like tell me about yourself. So, and make sure it's not going to cross 1 minute, because these are only one word, like your name, your place, your college. Okay, so this was all about like tell me yourself. Okay, moving on to the next question, it's tell me about your strength and weakness. Okay, about the strength, I guess you all can mention it, like whatever strength you have. Okay, I will basically will not suggest you any kind of strength which you should say. You know about your strength, okay? But weakness, see, this becomes very important because this can also affect your interview. So make sure you don't say any kind of weakness that affect your interview, like you have an addiction of social media or you are a very disorganized person. You please avoid saying such kind of weakness. You can say a kind of weakness which do not affect your interview, like you have a problem of saying no. You can't say no to people. You can't say no to people, or you can also I'm sorry, you can't say no to people, and you can also say that you have a problem of you don't know how to drive four-wheeler, okay? You are like a straightforward person, okay? So this type of weakness, I guess you can say, okay? And make sure you don't say such kind of weakness which can like go in a wrong way. Like if you say that you are addicted to social media, then they may think that this person, how he will manage his time for like doing the work, okay? So these things about the weakness. Next question is, where do you want to see yourself in 5 years? Okay, many people answer like they want to see themselves to be very successful, okay? You should not answer this. Many people say that they want to see themselves in a good position. No, you want to see you want to do a startup, okay? See, start doing startup is like a long term goal of many people, and it's good. But why I'm saying to avoid is, this question basically they ask you to see that how long you are going to stay in a company, okay? So what you should answer is, you should answer like you want to see yourself as a project manager after 5 years in particular company, suppose say Wipro, okay? You want to see yourself as a manager in the particular company, see a senior manager, any position where you want to see yourself in particular that company. Because if you will say that yes, you want to see yourself in if you say name of any other company, or if you say that you want to do a startup, then it means that you are going to leave the company after some times, okay? So this can also go in a negative way. So always make sure whenever you answer such questions, and don't say a successful or good. See, it's a goal, so you have to be very specific. You have to say the positions. Yeah, I want to see myself as a manager, a senior manager, or a head of any department. So you have to be very specific about it, okay? Moving on to the next question, why should we hire you? Okay, so this is the basically a very important question, and how you can answer is, let me tell you, okay? So whenever you go for any company, there the description of is mentioned that for which position they are hiring. Like maybe they are hiring for a Java developer, or maybe they are hiring for a full stack or FO machine, or any position. The description is already provided while you are applying for the job, okay? Make sure that you read it very nicely, okay? And then how you can answer is, sir, the particular positions require a person who is good at like a Java, or who know HTML, CSS, who know how the working of web page and all. So the skill set which I have definitely match with the positions. So I think I would be very fit for this job. You can say it about this. And next thing what you can say it is like, I have told you about skill set, and next thing what you can say is about your strength, that you can work under pressure also, and you can work effectively under pressure, okay? So what you can do is, you can tell about your strength also in one way that distinguish you from other people. Like you can work under stress, you can also be very productive at under pressure also. So these things you can definitely mention it, okay? So what do you know about organization? Okay, this is also a very important question. You should know about your organization very well. Like suppose you are going to give an interview for a Wipro company, right? So you should know about Wipro, like who is the CEO of that company, how that company works, okay? So you should know each and everything about it. What are the services they provide, what are the services the company provides, okay? And what are the latest technologies that the company is currently working on. So you should be knowing about these things. So I would request you to go and search in their website about like everything, and this will definitely help you in a long run, okay? So thank you so much, and I hope this particular video will be very helpful to you. And I have like discussed all the questions generally which are asked in the HR interview. And if you're going to have that, I wish you all the very best. That you, I hope you will crack the company. And for any further like question or any further queries, you can message us on online learning _153. And thank you so much, and have a good day.